Brian, why is it important for everyone to have a plan, a financial plan?
Yeah, it seems obvious. So of course everybody should have a financial plan, but it's kind of like when we ask on our questionnaire, do you have a will? Well, I know everybody knows they should have a will, but less than half the people actually do. Or if they do, it's old and yellow pages because it hasn't been looked at in 20 years. So it's one of those things that we know we should have it. It makes sense. We could probably make better decisions in our lifetime if we had an updated and accurate financial plan, but a lot of people don't have it. So I wanted to talk about the obvious in this video. The obvious is, well, yeah, it's better to have a plan than not have a plan, of course. But if you don't have one that's accurate and up to date and really comprehensive, then you probably should get one, and that's what I want to talk about here.
Brian, are there people who think they have a financial plan because they've read some articles, they've used robo-advisors, but really don't have an actionable plan?
Oh yeah, they might have a financial statement, or they know how much their net worth is. That's not really a plan. That doesn't take into account cash flow and taxes and security and liquidity and growth and so forth. It's just, this is a snapshot. It's more like a Polaroid picture of where they're at. That's not a plan. So the plan I'm talking about is something that would take you out till however long you may live, 90 years old. You know, it could be a 20, 30, 40, 50-year plan that we're talking about here. Understanding things will change. Now, I have seen plans where they say, well, I had a plan done, here's what it looks like, and you know, I've seen the assumption that their assets are going to grow net of fees at 8% a year. And everybody looks rich when they die when they have one of those plans done. So I would also make sure, don't just have a plan, have an accurate plan with conservative estimates that you'll probably beat, but you know, don't bake them into the original plan.
Brian, when you do a plan, do those plans change over time? Because obviously you're not the same person, or maybe have the same goals at 65 as opposed to 70, 75.
Yeah, they change for that reason, but another reason they change is we've had a great stock market. We've had a great real estate market. If you had conservative estimates baked in, you might find, oh, my annuities and my FIULs are ahead of pace, my DSTs and REITs are doing great, my stocks are up, my business is worth more, I didn't spend as much as I thought I was going to. You know, you find that if I've done a plan, say 3-4 years ago, when we update that plan, they're looking at that going, wow, we're way ahead of plan, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So it's important to make the, you know, pull that out, because maybe we did a plan 4 years ago and said you can retire in 10, and based on how good things have been going, it might be, well, you can retire now. So that is one of the aspects of this.
So the plan really is trying to hit a moving target, because as you age, your needs, desires, I mean, all those are different, right?
Yeah, and you know, numbers change too. So I tell people, here's a plan. We have spent a lot of time getting all the assumptions ironed out that we can, but tomorrow this is going to be wrong. So, because things are going to change, the stock market's going to change, or whatever's going to change. And so, but it's our best guess, it's our best estimate, and the more work we put into that, the better your finances are going to be. It's real basic stuff. The better your decisions are going to be about life decisions, and about how much you're going to leave for legacy assets, or what if something happens to you, how's your spouse going to be? What if something doesn't happen? What if you're both healthy for a long time? How does that look out? So we tend to have people live on our plans longer than they may, and just in case. But it's good to know that if I live a long time, I'm going to be fine because I planned ahead for it.
Brian, may seem like a silly question, but is there any reason why someone would not need a financial plan?
You just don't have assets, significant assets. You know, I have many family members that, you know, if I talk to them for a few minutes, I'd realize they don't need a financial plan. They're just trying to get through you know, month by month. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you probably don't need a financial plan. Financial plans are really for people with excess, you know, have invested and have had successes and have assets to plan around. But if you don't really have those assets, it's probably not necessary to do a financial plan. The flip side of that is I've had people come to me, they're high net worth, and they're worth $20 million or worth $50 million. We really don't need to do a plan for them. That's more of a discussion about tax topics or legacy planning and that kind of thing. I don't need a plan to say they're going to be okay in retirement, have enough cash flow, have enough growth, have enough liquidity. They're fine, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll focus on the taxes and the estate planning.
I would imagine that many times you're the bearer of happy news. Do you have a client story of someone who came to you and got a plan and found out, hey, I could retire a lot sooner than I thought I could?
Absolutely. In fact, most of our plans are met with some level of surprise to the good side of things, and that's because it's a select number of people that we're doing plans for. They have to have adequate resources to even do the plan to have it make sense. But I've had multiple meetings, I can think of many in my head right now, where I've talked to somebody and say, well, I'm going to have to work till I'm 70. And I'll say, well, why is that? Oh, I don't want to run out of money, and I need to make sure I have enough. I'm like, well, okay. So just kind of an arbitrary number. Well, I guess. Do you like your job? No, I'm miserable at it. I'm 59. I got 11 years left. I got to work. And then we do the plan. I go, you could retire any time. And they're just, what? No, that can't be right. And we go through the assumptions, the numbers, and everything. And it's like, even if I increase my spending, I can't outspend that because I have a pension. I did those annuities with you, and the stocks are great. I did some real estate. My rentals turned into DS. I'm fine. Yeah, you're fine. Wow, I can retire anytime. You know, these stories happen, and it's life-changing. So many times I've done a financial plan for someone or one of my other advisors, and it's a life-changing event. So I highly encourage you to get an accurate financial plan done.
Brian, thanks for telling us about your financial plans.
You're welcome.